trying to
I'm not tired,
or is
just a
there
bit
like
drunk lol.
It will be hard since I've actually not been drunk in my whole life. I don't like the taste of alcohol, so why bother, you know? And also, I'm kind of not the. Some people are like, "Oh, I
Ooh,
don't dare to
really?
dance if I
Dang.
don't drink first." I'm just like, let's be crazy. So yeah, really. So was just looking through. Yeah, we'll probably finish this then, because this is where I'm at on my. So this is the path, you know, complete beginner's path on Track Me. So I want to finish it. I've been doing other things, which is good too, but maybe this is. I know this is kind of a challenge, cause yeah. I guess this is the web bit, and I feel the web bit is the most challenging of all the things in security. So, we started and
Browbeats 2
found
says.
this one.
Web hacking is actually the easiest to me. Smile, smile.
Well, if you're a web developer, you kind of have a good start
I find
there,
reverse
right?
engineering and the likes the hardest.
Yeah, but I haven't done much of that yet, so I don't know. It's mostly that I don't know all the things yet to try. So if I just have a web page, I'm like, where should I start? And I've heard much more about what can I start with if I'm in Linux or if I'm in, you know, and usually that's the way you get into a machine. There's been like SQL starts that's not web related, you know, but you're actually just sending
Okay.
some
I see.
command.
Smile,
So it's
smile.
the start, you know. So many ways to what to look for in a web page.
Johanna says. What a contrast. And I'm an alcoholic. But sober now since 13 years, 6 months and 2 days, not that I'm counting. Smile, smile.
Congratulations, Johannes, I know. And congratulations again. That's a great job of you. I know you say it's, for me it's hard to, since I haven't been there, you know, it's hard to
Browbeats
see
2
exactly.
says.
Yeah.
Congrats, Johannes. Smile.
Yeah, and we have OBS up here, so let me move that over here so we can have a VM on that side. And I did close it down yesterday, so it could be good to have it for the notes too. I should really practice like different things. Let's look at my notes, and you can see why. Use URL. I don't think I need to write that. I won't forget that. But it's very easy to find, you know, shells and things like that. But and I think I have tiny bit here. Yeah, it's just screenshots because I have the SQL one.
Johanna says.
Here.
Oh, Sophia, have you heard about Tangia? The TTS. There I made my own TTS. Is that possible to use as a TTS for my voice here?
No, you can
Sorry
just
for all
use
the spontaneous
Google
questions.
ones. No, that's so good. You know, that's why I have this TTS and everything, so that I can just hear it at once. If I wanted not to be bothered, I would not have a TTS, right? Yeah, I think. Have you made your own voice? You could probably use it in some way for that, of course, but I think that you just,
Yes.
with this one, it just works with Google TTS now, and you can't add your own voice to Google that I know of. So, but you could use it if you want to, but not here. unfortunately. Security Live says he'll add different TTS things, you know, like you could use Microsoft instead of Google, but I don't think you can just like make all your own voices, and you still have to have it on the cloud, you know, and all the other stuff. The speed of this is amazing, you know. We can just talk real time, and the TTS is almost instant that it reads, makes a voice for you from the text. So the capability to
I think I have the code.
make it sound good. Yeah, I would love to hear you TTSing your own voice. I do think Nutty did that, so maybe
Browbeats
we
2
should
says,
look at what he did.
So my steps with web exploitation are usually 1. Check for an X powered by header. 2. Godbuster direbusting. 3. Figure out otherwise what kind of programming language or framework is in the background by checking the source code of the website or the file ending, etc.
Good stuff. I found out about the X powered by header 2 days ago, I think. So we're slowly getting there. I'm just going to open the TTS on that screen, and then let's have the there. So let's copy your. Yeah, so I do GoBuster, but 3. Well, let's just copy your whole thing there. And then oh my, I have one of the shells stuck on the back of my tongue. Oh, so annoying. We'll see. We'll probably.
And then you basically start checking for REST endpoints or get /post parameters to exploit smile.
That's simple. I'm like, oh, is that Greek or is it maybe Egyptian or something? No, I know the words.
Ha D.
Translated from Tagalog.
So this is great. Asking the web guy about the web way. That's perfect. Let's look. Do I have a for Linux? I just made this start here with what to do. Yeah. So I'm going to make a start here for web now. And merge my notes into. I will make this for all of them, but this was very good starting here for start here. And let's just paste your thing. So this is also finding out, but you can also find out by just looking at the page and, as you said here, source code. But sometimes it's just there, you know, powered by. And the funny thing, when I was looking for this, and I have added it here. I can see how many days ago, I guess, from looking when I added this. I lost my. I'm not awake already. I'm not awake. So this is one thing to do. How did I format it? Let's be kind of consistent here. So with the start here, I just so header and parts. So the thing here that we want to know. We can also get from the nmap information. So about what's running. So I don't think I used a tab here. Did I? No, I just used. So did I do this? Oh my god, I'm not awake. Yeah, it's actually a tab. I think it's actually a tab here. Yeah, it's a tab. It's just odd how it does it. If I would delete when I'm here, it deletes that character. So it's just so check nmap, because we usually see like this running a patch or Nginx or whatever, though I haven't seen that. And then we have the okay, that's kind of new. So how come that happened? Why don't they line up? This is just so interesting. So, since this is text that's copied in here, let's just get rid of it all, and I'm pasting it in Notepad, which can't do any formatting. So this is a classic for me to just VAX, and we should have it without formatting. So this is still here. So it was a space at the start of this one. So that's what changed the formatting. So the space actually made it okay. It's just hard to see when it keeps jumping back here. So check the nmap. Check for, we don't need that. Check xpower by header, so that I'm not confused and think that the header bit is a part of it. And of course GoBuster, which I'm not really counting as web though. It is for the web, but it's done at the prompt. So and I just maybe I should say like directory. Oh no. What's the file structure? And then we have this. Oh. Oh, let's just. This is so funny. When I type a letter here, it pops up over there. That's what I don't like. Right with these tabs. I feel my brain saying, "Why don't you eat your breakfast?"
Check source code.
Yeah, but I'm looking for to type. Just look at the page. Look at web page, and then look, or just add source code. Let's do view instead, because and look in burp, which is already here, you know. So first we have
And look at
nmap.
file ending smile smile.
Yeah.
Johanna says. I'd better get to work. But I'll be here lurk
Okay.
work.
Thank you, Johannes, and have a great day at work. So, everybody have a great day. And thank you for liking. So, how many times have I said so? It's a sign of how tired I am, right? What was I doing? Yeah, I was kind of sorting this, because this is a later step, because it's down here, actually. And there, because we'll see this in burp. We won't see this before, you know? So this is actually... no, it didn't do that, so... How did I format it in my other one? Did I do it? I just tabbed another time to have sub ones. So just tabbing for indentation and structure.
Fixerbot says. New follower go pro slow
Welcome
yo.
in,
Less
go
than
for slow
3.
yo. So I'm a bit tired. I just woke up. It's early morning. It's 8 now. Any tips are welcome. We're just making notes, so this will be easier. Maybe eating oatmeal, fiber oatmeal
Brumbo
on
says.
stream is not the best.
Fixit 42 wave.
Welcome in, Brumbo. So, notes. Just woke up. That's like what I'm doing.
Not Richie says.
Hey, Brumbeo.
Not Richie says. Lola, you can set your name in the TTS too. So
Brumbo says.
Not Richie's Yo Pro Slow Go.
yeah, almost. Are you streaming?
Browbeats 2 says.
No, I was thinking
Wait.
the other.
Not Richie? Are you not Richie enough not Richie's? X.
Not Richie says.
2 new streamers tonight. Nice.
Oh, tonight for you. Yeah, for me it's morning. I'm trying to wake up. And I had a hard time not watching the end of Al's stream, so I slept like too little.
For me,
Yeah,
at least.
yeah,
Lol.
right.
I'm morning. You're in the future.
Yeah, I'm in the
Browbeats 2 says.
future.
Okay, no,
Wednesday.
I guess tongue.
So, yeah, so the check was running. We can, of course, see all the stuff from Nmap, look at the web page, review source code, and then, if it's like, what do you call it, a system? We don't have to do that first. We can just do, I guess we don't need a header at once. I can organize more like. So, one of the first things I learned, I can't spell Google even. So, Google, thingy, exploit. That's one of the first things I learned. From Gar, I think, on the Discord events, that just Google whatever it is, says this is this system or something, and there's probably something if you just Google this. You don't have to do anything else, right? Well, of course you'll have to do something else too, but you know what I mean. It's kind of
Instead of
useful.
Googling for exploit, you might get better results by Googling for CVE.
More like POC, right? But this is the first thing. So let's actually make this. Yeah, it removes automatically, and then we can do POC. So, and we could do CVE, but I've never done that. But I guess it's a good tip to do that too. So let's add it to the list. Because what you want is really the POC, right? You don't want, like, there's this... But that's usually what you get with exploit. So if you have a better name for thingy, well, technology, maybe. Let's do that. It doesn't sound right, web-ish, what do they call it? Like a system? Then of course, I didn't mean that here, but there's always what we get here too.
The first thing you want to know is whether there is a vuln. If you know that, you can then start Googling for post-CS or exploits using that CVE equals. That's at least how I do it.
Yeah,
Technology is fine.
Yeah, thank you. Technology is good. And you're a web expert, so. Because technology can mean all the things. Both what we find at this and what we just find when looking at the page. If it says this system is, well, WordPress, or whatever. So, let's. If you don't have any, do you have any more things I should add?
Exactly.
Like
and
just
we want to exploit all the things. 3.
Yeah. Oh, good morning or good evening, Duckluck. So, any more suggestions on what to add?
Ducklock17 says.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, but just a little tired because it's morning and I'm crazy enough to start streaming at 7:30. Maybe I should do 8, but usually I have to leave, so I can't do it very long, But today it's Easter break for the kids, so I don't have to drive one of them to school, which is what I usually do with my time there. And then I usually do the short IRL stream while I'm waiting for him to be at school for an hour. So
Browbeats2 says.
Checking for REST endpoints in the information we collected, source code or directory busting.
Right.
Ducklock17 says.
You added more stuff.
This lets me catch you easier because it's 11 p.m. for me, lol.
Yeah. Okay, so that's good. So maybe these hours are kind of good. Because it's somebody's night and somebody's morning and someone else, I guess it's middle of the day too. Maybe if you're Australian, I don't know. You should have like all the time zones clock. I guess it's somewhere on the web. I'm not just searching for it. So Brobit, I'm going to go up to your the old comment there. It was long ago. And you basically start checking for REST endpoints and get post parameters to exploit. So let's copy this bit too and paste it here. And then did I have anything more I need to copy? Let's copy this one to the latest. So, then, how do you check for REST endpoints? This is the question, because I don't know. And the
Browbeats2 says,
parameters.
You see them in the source code or in the deer busting.
Yeah, but so the endpoints is actually just the directories, right? In the system. So yeah, right. I was going to check to what do they call the
As soon as there is a form or anything like that, Ajax call, etc.
form. So are there forms? Let's put these in the right order, because this is details from this. Of the forms, because we have this already. And Ajax. And how do you see Ajax? Can you always see it says Ajax in there? Because I had that the other day here, and I could see it. So I've seen it once so far. But this is what I mean, that the web is the problem for me, because I don't really know where to start, so that's why we're focusing on this now.
In the JavaScript it either says Ajax if it's jQuery or fetch if it's plain JavaScript.
Okay, thank you. So I need to learn jQuery too, and the Q is important to be big apparently. So let's do this query, and then oh, not a tab there, it's normal hopping about. And so dot fetch
Also might be some
never
library
seen
like
dot
Axios or
fetch.
something.
So oh my god, so if I type a dot there, it appears here. That's my problem. My brain doesn't get that yet. So you say, does it always say Ajax when it, so it's always called like this? Let's look at the source code of the one where I had it. So was it the Mnemonic
Yes,
one?
it should.
Was it the Iron Core one? I don't remember. It was at least on a web page. Oh my goodness, I don't even know where to look.
You can also use the forms we find on the web page. Open the network tab in the DevTools of the browser, send off the form, see where the connection goes to in the network tab, smile.
Oh my. I'm just curious to see where. Oh, this was this one. Okay. But I don't remember where maybe I shouldn't look for it. Okay, I just got something. Oh, whatever. Sometimes probably should, since I'm not paying for Hack the Box, I should do the machines while they are not retired, right? Because then you can't see them when they're retired if you don't pay. Is that it? I'm going to add that and think about it. I just need a bit of food.
Only some retired machines are free without paying. Skeptical.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I couldn't do the cozy hosting anymore, because it was probably just because I had been looking at it, but I couldn't finish it. So this is from one of the so let's go to this one again. Why do I have several to-dos here? Because this is okay, pin. Maybe I should call this web start here, so I can see it in the tab. There. But we don't get the dash doesn't do any isn't any use there, so web. I know. Since we have several, let's just say that. There. So you can also use the forms we find on the web page. Yeah. Open network tab. Oh, that looks so much harder than looking in Burp to me. But I guess I should try all the ways, because sometimes something might not work, right? So, oh, it's a smiley. It's a smiley. Okay, let's just delete it. It's a HTTP link. Oh, what? What's it thinking is what here? So sending a form and looking at the network tab. Yeah, we have to open it first and then we send it. So I still think that Burp must be so much easier. Am I wrong? I know that you didn't use Burp a lot, so maybe it's like a workaround for not having Burp then?
I think Burp is clunky and the normal browsers are easier.
Yeah, that's so backward from what I think. we all
Different
have
tastes,
our
I guess.
yeah
D.
our own opinions. Sorry for eating a lot. I should bring the jam and milk down too, but let's finish it first. Maybe I want more milk, that's why I brought it up. Let's also start looking at the other notes and merge it into one. I have like these things I put together from different we have magic numbers here too. We don't need this one. We have magic numbers on file. It's down. I mean, if I can't find it, then it's a problem and I need to change. File. Magic numbers. So I was just, the numbers, I was resorting them. So I'll change the numbers to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we can do numbers again. Because these are not actually connected. It's just me sorting. And maybe SQL, I'm thinking maybe it should be like after web, because it's usually at the web level, but it's also not always there. So maybe SQL for web and SQL for just SQL. But I'm thinking maybe we should rename this to like 2.5 instead. Let's do that, because that's where usually, most of the time. So that's because I'm sorting them, they have such odd numbers. It's just for them to be sorted in a nice order.
I guess the normal
SQL
SQL could contain normal SQL commands and stuff, and the SQL for web could contain how to do injection smile.
You have to read it third time. Yeah, to sort it. But I'm thinking maybe I don't need so much about the normal SQL things. So it can be in the same one. I could just have one called SQLi and one SQL. And we call it SQL in Swedish, so I'll stay with the people saying that's the way how you pronounce, because I'm supposed to pronounce it, and I don't have any problems. Because I was like trying to remember to say sequel, and then I think I almost got there, and then there were people saying, you know, that's the wrong thing to do, and I'm like, oh nice, I don't have to.
We pronounce it the same way in German tongue.
So then it's easier just to say SQL. Or in Swedish an SQL. Yeah, I guess if you type something in German and put the SQL in there, it will say it in a German way. Letters. No, because it will just translate it. But he's about to add like a do not translate, I think.
Let's try it out with SQL.
Yeah.
Translated from German.
Because it just translated it. So if I would paste this bit from what you actually wrote. Let's copy this and let's open and translate. And if we do the text language and
Lasst es uns probieren mit SQL.
yeah, so you say
Lasst es uns probieren mit SQL.
SQL. And we say SQL. And English SQL. So, yep. Good. Now I know how it sounds in German. And I think that's the reason why I had problems with this one, because I don't know where to start, you know. So let's do this one later, but let's get the notes sorted first. And this is like the last bit. I think we just came from there, right? The list. If you do view path, we can see here that I've been doing these. And I did all the burps, and then I had to redo them. I haven't done all of them again. Because they just cleared everything out, though I had already done with a new burp. Because burp, I asked them then, when I did it, to update the rooms, and then they just removed it. So I want them still to be done, you know. Still, I had to redo this one for that. And this juice shop, I was actually thinking to do much more, because there was much more in there, and I think this is a very tiny limit, you know, for time. So I was thinking of doing all of it myself. And this was at least half a year ago, so I haven't been doing this at all. And this one we just finished. So maybe that's where I found... Yeah, let's look at the note for that. I made notes, though I usually don't do for the rooms. I also did a few notes. I did a few notes for this one too, actually. So, and yeah, I should say that is done in my notes. Yeah, here. So this is probably what I was looking for before. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Yeah, look here. Here we have it. This bit. So we can see the dot Ajax here. So I'm supposed to look for this, and then I know a bit more about it. And we could also see that it gets all those other files. jQuery, I guess, files.
jQuery is mostly about manipulating the DOM smile.
Yeah, and I'm like, DOM, right? I think I've heard of that. You know, all the webby thingies. Yeah,
Document
so I know
Object
it's...
Model, the HTML structure basically.
Yeah, so I kind of have a feeling what it is from old times, but it's not like I have it, the letters spelled out in my head at once. I guess you don't either, you just know what it is, so. But I do have, like, acronyms here. Let's add this just for, you know, why not? Because sometime I might need... So let's type it. It's not that much. And then the other day we had this with Windows permissions instead. And then I know, you know, I've been administrating Windows for I don't know how many years. So I have the other side of it to know exactly how to... If you're the owner, you can make yourself... give yourself permissions very easy. So those things are easier. Though there might be new stuff I don't have. Well, should we do like each? Yeah. Let's do this. And they have like other bits in my head that I can't put into words. So for that. Yeah, and I've used Linux since... No, I used Unix and like 94, from 94. And then I think it was NetBSD on my Amiga. And so some of those things are very easy, and some of those I've just forgotten because I haven't used it very much. But I've used it now and then through life, you know. So the web bit, I think I used JavaScript in like 2000, and then I've used... I rebuilt my PHP web shop in like 2008. And then I haven't looked at the web stuff at all until trying to make my current web page, which is actually on my... Well, we can look at the browser. Because I'm having problems with this, with the CSS. And it's not responsive, and I don't want to add some framework or something. I just want to know what on earth should I do with my CSS. So it is...
Oh, CSS is always great fun, QQ.
Yeah, so I have these thingies, you know, to do this. But what it's not working is this. So I need to change it to work with resizing. Yeah. And I was also trying to add more things.
You need media queries for that.
Media queries. No, I don't want anything but CSS and HTML. That's it. And I know that you can do it with CSS too. So, but also this structure is kind of
Media queries
odd.
are CSS.
Okay. Good. So teach me if you know how to do it easily. So, and this is kind of ugly too. I just used this button and changed it a bit because I got lazy. But there is another one. What could it be? Like index 2 maybe?
Okay. First lesson, it's not easy X.
Yeah, so here we have also the Twitch stream. So this was a test. And right now it kind of looks okay. Could there be a test 3 too? No. Maybe a test. Oh, whatever. So... So, yeah, let's mute myself. But this was kind of a problem too, to get this started first. Right, so this button and this button, it's kind of the same. Because I was just, you know. But at first, just getting this image to stay in here. This is SVG. And whatever. I think this is just for one. And I made several lines. I will redo everything anyway. I don't know when I did this, but as you can see, it's not very finished.
Considering you are not deep in web dev, your web page looks very neat though equals.
Okay, thank you. I like purple. But this is kind of ugly and not readable if you're on a different size, you know? So I need to fix that. So let's see, what did you say there? Media queries. Yeah. So I should Google media queries then. Well, let's just do that and then leave the
smile,
topic.
smile.
And I can, obviously I've been there, so maybe I was like, oh my god, this looks tough. We'll do it another day. So anyway, I'm looking forward to continuing here, so we'll finish that. But first, let's fix these notes. Or finish them, we won't, but we could do some more. That's Linux. Then we have SQL here now. And then we have this one, which I actually could pin for now. So we can easily go back here. I'm thinking, well, I have you here. Do you have any other suggestions what to add here? And did I do something odd? This was like if not burp thing. So in browser, if I wouldn't have burp, I could do this. And now it changed. This is so odd. Why? You didn't do it for these? Was it that I clicked 2 tabs at once? No. No idea. No idea. Sometimes the logic is not logical. It's like when I do this, you know, and do a header, and if you do like, did you see there 2, it jumps down, and if I do 3, I think, but if I do it like this, it makes a line of it. So if there's text there, it doesn't do a line, but it was so many details in the formatting that I'm not really comfortable with yet in Obsidian or Markdown at all. Oh my goodness! But this is much better than having it all in Google Docs, because that's what I had before. And in Google Docs, well, first of all, it's not on your machine, and maybe you don't want to put anything in there. Well, this is cold now, of course, but still.
I can't really think of anything right now other than just running all kind of command injections and SQL injections against the parameters of the endpoint skeptical.
Yeah, so
I think you got the most important stuff for exploration.
So injections. So we have SQL. I guess then, which is kind of redundant there, but and then like yeah, command. And depending on operating system, which we probably know, right? Oh. It's just those details that you take for granted, but I don't have a clue
Also,
about.
you can sometimes inject commands of the programming language.
Commands OS and commands pro. Whatever.
Fixerbot says. New follower VR Mechatronics. Less than 3.
Good morning and welcome in VR Mechatronics. Yeah, and we don't just do these kinds of things here too. We also have these kinds of things and stuff. Whatever's fun. Oh, I have to switch how I sit, or I will have been sitting the same way for 6 hours suddenly. So we're at 8:39, so probably my hubby's waking up and going to work.
Browbeats2 says,
Oh man, I so would love to go live now and do some hack the box after talking with you so much about this topic X, but I need to start work in 20 minutes. D.
Oh, so any last tips before you disappear into work land? So do trying to make this structured and not just like, oh my god, where should I start? Is there anything else that you think that might be obvious for you, but for me, it wouldn't be? Because this is like, find where you could make injections. Where would you look? Of course, with this. But I'm thinking like forms is where I look. But you could also do it like in the URL. So where? So forms?
Forms, just send it to the endpoints anyways.
Yeah. Of course. So if we already have the form, like what I did yesterday there, with this one. So we just modify this, but first, to get the authenticity token, let's see, do I have the page? No, I don't have any screenshots, I think, of the page. And I was thinking maybe I'll just get the screenshots from the video, because I closed my browser down, and then I can not open the box instead again. So I'll do that later. But we had to first send it. And we got it from here. Because otherwise you have to still talk to the server before, to have that authenticity token. And this was they had a cut down version. And the funny thing here was that here we have right there on the page was the flag value. So you didn't even have to start it to see all the answers. That was a bit funny, I think. So I'm new at just thinking endpoints. I guess I'll have to do that. But how common is it that you can't just actually type things in like burp or whatever? You'll actually have to have authenticity tokens or some other kind of cookies or whatever, Or Linux, so oh my goodness, I added SQL here, so now I'm getting confused where I am. So let's minimize those and go back to this one. Nah, I wanted to go from there. Shouldn't it jump back to it if it's already open? That should be added to Obsidian. So right, what to add?
Another thing you could write up, test different parameter inputs, not just injections.
Okay, so
also things like /item /13 less than, change the 13 to 1 or 0.
Yeah. So just parameters. Try changing ID, like for example, also ID 122 and your, let's do copy your one there too. So and that's where I was going to add here, but I don't know, maybe parameters is what I was looking for. That's a word, because not just forms but just changing the parameters in URL there. And also I always, should I say URL, should I say URI? You know,
URI is a unique identifier of an object. URL is a location.
yeah. So URI still doesn't tell me what. Sometimes in text they just say that instead.
I am not sure about the exact difference either though. Always have to look it up myself, X.
Yeah. Let's just always go with URL and everybody understands anyway, right? So even if it's someone who never heard of URI, everybody understands then what you kind of mean. So we're starting to get somewhere. I can order this about, maybe something is twice, like sorting, not maybe it should be injections and parameters, you know, and these be one, things like that, because it's, you know, changing this
Probably.
to something else that's actually an SQL attempt instead. It's not this big stretch there. So maybe I'll just do that at once. Oh, and now we got this because there's a line between. Now, okay, so now we know why it changes to this different font. It's because there's a clear line. And those things are so not logical to me. So these are explicit suggestions, while these are more like so let's instead do parameters and injections, because it's logical to start with a simple thing and go on to more complicated. So here we would instead
Imagine writing a note-taking app with fuzzy logic obsidian. Hold my beer. Tongue.
And then, you know, instead of this, we might just try like that or something, you know? So it's too connected to have separate menus, or menus. Headers. It's starting to make sense, the notes, right? Then I have this image. I don't really know what did I mean by taking this screenshot. Well, this is a very old screenshot. Let's see. Can we see the time? Oh, we can do this. No, I've changed it so it's from January now. Do you see anything interesting in this? I was like, what? I don't know what I did here. Maybe I should just remove it since I don't have any idea why. So let's yeah, and that's good to know. This was just cause the installation. And we have the curl help that I usually minimize. Let's help things. But I want to know more about curl and learn more here simply. So let's do and get rid of that. Yeah, and these notes are not finished because this is where that's the last. I didn't make my own notes. But I guess this is good enough for now. And then I learned this term on Iron Core, that this is called HTTP Basic Authentication. And I think I might have heard it like 20 years ago, you know? But it's not there in the memory. And then I found this link when I searched this. That was nice. With all the headers listed and explained. Then, this is an interesting one. This should almost be like a dash, right? Because this we want up here at the top. And we're going to make lots of stuff in this file. So, command injections, SQLi, and different types of things. And I have more to add here also. And that file upload, we've looked at that. JavaScript. Yeah, so I realized this thingy. Is this correct? If you're still there, Brobit? Yeah, I realized there. This was someone typing in chat, I think. Yeah, and I googled one of these, so these are from the same place. And then it's when I researched get and post and request and just put it together. And then I made this too lately now with that one. So these are actually the same then. So jQuery and Ajax are not two different things. They're the same thing. Because Ajax is what you type to do, like... Huh? It sounded like this. So, because then I should do this instead. Yeah.
Ajax is a function in jQuery.
And Ajax might be what I heard about before. I've never heard about jQuery. So let's do this. Because
Ajax is also a technology/architecture.
So it's a different thing too. So
Asynchronous JavaScript in XMLS.
So it's really that Ajax, jQuery is like an implementation of Ajax, and it also has a function called Ajax. Is that right? That's how I understand it then. So then we really would have...
They just called their fetch API Ajax.
Yeah, it's also... So, what other things have a fetch function? Because I've never heard of a fetch function.
N3 is what correct? I was busy just a second ago, booting up my work laptop and stuff since I need to start work in 6 minutes tongue.
Okay, yeah, sure. I think you just answered. So Ajax is jQuery is like an implementation of Ajax then, right? Is that correct? That was my question. Let's see what you call there. Synchronous. Nah, not. This is like also a. Let's put it in the acronyms one here. Don't I have them like this? And I don't have the separate ones. Okay, so that's more advanced ones.
jQuery is a library for DOM manipulation, but they have functions for doing Ajax smile.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So let's there, of course. No, that's not where I was. That was my what to learn. It was a lot to learn. So so this is the connection. I've started learning here. It's not just a list saying Ajax and jQuery.
Also, it's just XML. I accidentally typed XMLS.
Oh, here. And I didn't read it that carefully. So let's remove it there too. So to continue down the list, yeah, and have a great work day, Brobit. Thank you very much for all the help and for being here. Oh right, so this is my old what to do list, kinda. Yeah.
No problem, smile. Hashtag support your local fix-it smile. D.
Oh, thank you. So well, I have more notes to check through. And things are kind of messed up. But let's make some unmessed up things from this. Oops.
I would be quite interested in some of your notes as well if you are willing to share them. Smile.
Yeah, that's actually one thing that I should do. Split my notes into public and not public bits, because some parts of my Obsidian is not public, you know. It's currently not a public repo. But I also have other GitHub in this, which is kind of a mess, I guess, because Git doesn't handle it well. And I managed to get one to sync to both. And I think that's almost supposed to be impossible, but I managed it for one, and then I made like a note how to do it, and then it didn't work for the next one. So I'm going to make a public one and a private one, because you know I have my kids here and others. There are other people's public notes, and I don't want to put that up there on GitHub as my notes.
Yeah, I only would be interested in the hacking stuff. Your kids can stay your kids' tongue.
I don't think there's much in here, but I'm not opening it right now. So, and this is also my company, my web shop. So this is the infosec bit, but the programming bit is also like public.
I gotta get to work now. We'll look
Yeah.
here.
Okay, thanks and bye. I'm just about to go down with my food things. I still have my tea. But let's get the milk down. And lingonberry jam and plate. So I'll be right back. Just getting this downstairs. If I can open the door. Det börjar knacka på, nu vill jag ska komma ut. Oh, so my 30-year-old is waking up. He was still in his bed, saying hi when I went past the room. Open the door a bit because that's kind of get, the air. So, 1.5 hours, and we have started a kind of good start for the notes. But we have some things that we did not add, which is
VR Mechatronics says.
Good morning. Are you from England?
Good morning, I'm from Sweden. So, Swedish time is what Central European time is what's on screen there. So, where are you from? So let's add robots.txt to here. And maybe we should cut it. Yeah, and this is the word I was looking for earlier, virtual hosts. Because we haven't added virtual hosts here. So file structure, and here we're going to add virtual hosts. And then we have the details on how to do this. And maybe this is not a part of the file structure, but a separate point there. Let's just do this, and we'll make the structure better later. But what's running, a part of it is starting with the basic thing to check the robots.txt, because you can find lots of information in there. It may say, don't look at this and this, you know. Robots are not allowed to go to this and this, which is our important things. Though we don't want search engines to know about. GoBuster. We have the link to GoBuster here. So let's add this too. To here, directory busting. And
I was supposed to go to work in Karlskrona one day, but I went to Denmark, and I went from the other side of the Baltic Sea to Gdansk.
Okay. Karlskrona one day. That sounds like not finding your way really where you were supposed to go then. So we're going for fair. I don't really like that I do have other notes in the same one, because I only want, when I search, I only wanted to search my notes. And that's another big reason to change this, because I kinda like my notes, you know. And if I get lots of hits on something and they're other people's, that's annoying. Because if I don't find anything, so far I don't think I've used anything from the other people's here. So I should probably just move it out of the Obsidian. I have, so you know, it doesn't sync it to GitHub, but I don't want it to search it either, unless I tell it to. So I'll have to split my Obsidian into several. And this is just a directory, it's very easy. And just move the directory. So if, in case someone doesn't know, so if we right click this that we're at here, and we go to System Explorer, we have our file, which is a normal file, and we can just open it in wherever we want, you know. We don't have, I wonder if we do edit, do we get Notepad? Yeah. So we got Notepad. So this is the simple file. It's just text, nothing else. It's just called .md, and then it uses these things, understands what I mean. And we don't get them bright light. But we could just move. If we go to Obsidian, we could just move this others directory here out of this. So it's kind of easy. And it's already in the gitignore file. So nothing will really change even. But there's other things too here. So that's not for now. We're going to work on the notes themselves. So let's look here. What else? Don't miss virtual hosts. And what is this image? This is actually not a good place to have this note, I think. So this is good information, it's just not in the right place. And I think this is from some room. So this is using host and curl. I'm thinking where to add it. And then we have host and curl and fuff. Oh yeah, HH. So this is hooking hub vhost basics. That's what this is. I just pulled some things out of there. So this is not supposed to be a part of the start here. This is more like host and curl, because we can't really split it up, and I am tired. Oh, let's just leave the rest of it there. Let's just Google, because yeah, Google is in Google in your browser. I'm not tired at all. Download files. Okay, so it can use both HTTP and FTP. So maybe we better look at this place. And let's copy this in here. So, anything else we want to add? This is interesting. Finally, wildcards. Yeah, that's why I had it in there. Supports proxies and cookies. I should just take a 1-hour nap. Oh, I hope they don't change the name of it. I'm so annoyed at all the ng commands. You have to type more. Sorry. So this is okay, we can have it here. This is XSS. So yeah, and this is from, and my brain just says Ben, which is correct, but I was looking for brain. Remember the other name. Oh well. So this is good. But should I put any of this in the file? We just start here. And I know that he's made like a new series of all the basic things to know. And I just started looking at the first video. So I will definitely look at more. He had this 5-week program, you know. I think it's time someone redeems some jumps or something. I need to move. Movement is better than coffee. To wake up, right? So we also have the folders. So in frameworks, we have Jenkins. Fuzzing, we have Ollie. That's probably the word I was looking for before. Yeah, let's do that. Arduku, thank
Fixerbot
you.
says.
Thank you.
Time to move it, move it. Hence
You were
watch
there
redeem.
lurking. So let's just. I was looking for the word framework before, so let's add it here. Technology. So let's do technology/framework. Cause framework, if I can spell it, framework, was what I was looking for before.
Arduku says.
Yeah, lurking for a while. D.
Good morning. Good morning. And I also realized I had one more Red Bull, but I've drunk them 2 days in a row, and I really don't want to do it that often, so. Let's do some squats. Of course, I can just, have like a timer too. Maybe I should have a timer that makes these things. So, you're going for power or speed? And my phone still has the alarm clock up. Low light. After hours of being awake. So, at 3 o'clock in the morning, people start streaming, and I get the notifications in the morning or day afterwards. And we have snow outside. There was like a snowstorm yesterday. And that's not normal, because the law says you should remove your winter tires about now, So it's illegal if it's not snow now, meaning it's not normal to have snow now. In Stockholm, that is. So north of Sweden will have different things. Okay. So, a bit of movement. Am I feeling enough awake? I'll have you two, Arduku, to save me from falling asleep on stream. So it's just 1:46 stream duration. So let's go. So we have all the fuzzing thingies. I don't have much notes on most of them. Some notes have more notes. And this is like the help, right? Now it's from a web page, I think. What was that popped up on my screen? Well, we could take a news break too. I'm just clicking something. So, use of Ferrix Buster, we just learned that the other day. And then we have more notes for Fluff. Go Buster, that I've used the most, doesn't have a lot of notes, which is kind of typical, right? What you have already on your command line, this is just images. And this might be interesting. Okay, so oh my god. These are recent notes. So I think no, it's not recent notes. Yeah, I just did this the other day too. And then we have Pearl, which I just added. I've never tried this, I think, because I had this. And yeah, and if you have a web shell, what one the real one, better one? This isn't easy to read. I can see my information in there. So that was a bad note because it's not obvious. Let's see if it's obvious from this link. So it's from Ravishels, which I have added to my start here of my so obviously it's reverse shell PHP. Okay, so I get it. So if we have reverse shell PHP on the machine, so let's type something. If we have a web shell on the machine, but want a reverse shell, I guess. Though I feel my notes are redundant, right? Because we had web shells and we had reverse shells. But this kind of was... I still didn't find this in my notes the other day, so I added it. Yeah. So this is actually... This should be a part of the main thing. So this is why we're here looking at the notes now, to see which parts needs to be added here. This one we can close. Acronyms might be good to have there. Maybe we'll even pin it, but we can't have a million pins, so let's add this as a point here, because it's a part of this. It's even maybe the last part, because why do something else afterwards, right? So we can also, that's a nice note, use what the system is built on. PHP, Python, Django, Perl might also work. And this is straight from TryHackMe. And I'm feeling this note is kind of superfluous now. We can just remove it. Or should I still keep it here? It's kind of obvious, you know? Let's delete it. Because we moved it here. This is a bit of a long text, but we have other long texts here, so whatever. We can fix it better later. Sorry, maybe I should get some stuff up on the attic. That's actually in the way here for my thread mill, but I've been thinking about having the thread mill and seeing how noisy it is. It's a tiny one. I have a bigger one too. That's electronics are broken, I think, in it, so we'll have to fix it, and then we can like connect it to stream. But the simple one, tiny one, maybe I should try walking while doing this when I'm tired. Maybe that'll keep me awake. Let's do this. Let's add a redeem. That's called wake up.